As some of you have probably noticed by now, I am a fan of the Eric Andre Show.
Guilty.
Please just take it. Being a cop sucks.
Guilty.
Some of my favorite moments on the show aren't just the guests, but the cameos, the surprise entrance guests. I love seeing Jack Black there, you know. I like to see that beautiful mug. But the cameos keep me on my toes, you know, because when you get the guest, it'll have their name in there, boom, in the episode right there, Jack Black. But with the cameos, you don't really see it coming. All the cameos on the show are pretty good, but I want to talk about 5 of my favorites. All right, first up, we have the LA Beast. So after Eric announces the Professor and the Thugs coming in, he announces the LA Beast, who enters the room drinking a gallon of strawberry milk. Now, seeing the LA Beast on the show was fucking awesome. He's a legend, a YouTube legend. The LA Beast joined YouTube August 7th, 2010, and has been dropping hot fire content ever since. Eating, you know, anything he can get his hands on, chugging Crystal Pepsi. The guy's an animal, and it was amazing to see him on the show. At the time of recording this, he has accumulated over 2.5 million subscribers and almost 500 million views. So, I mean, the guy's a legend. You can find him on YouTube as Skippy62able. I'll write that down, maybe link it in the description. LA Beast, ladies and gentlemen, on the Eric Andre Show. Beautiful. Next, we have Chris Rock. Chris Rock is a comedy legend and icon. Grew up watching this guy's comedy. Seen him in movies like Dogma. He's hilarious in everything he does. A hero of many. So to see him show up as the director of the Bird Up segment, let alone brushing his teeth with a handgun, I couldn't have asked for more. So thank you, Chris Rock. Next, we have Action Bronson, the man behind the face-to-face toilet. The reason we all have face-to-face toilets in our home today. Action Bronson. Action's appearance was short and sweet, but I was still very psyched to see him. He was in the segment where him and Killer Mike were rap battling on treadmills. Very good segment there. The only line I can remember from this, I don't think any of them said anything besides Action, who said, "On my head I got the flashlight."
On my head I got the flashlight.
The significance of that, but great to see Action on the show. He's actually lost a lot of weight lately. Seeing him in the form he's in his appearance on the Eric Andre Show, and seeing him nowadays, there's been a pretty drastic transformation. It's cool to see, you know, Action start to kick into gear and get into that full Magnus von Magnuson mode. Action's latest album, Only for Dolphins, is releasing soon. There's been 2 singles dropped from that album. So stay tuned for Only for Dolphins coming from Action Bronson. Next up, we have Tony Hawk. Long ago, when dinosaurs roamed the earth and people didn't know colors so good yet, there was born a man named Tony Hawk. Now, Tony still lives to this day. He's a legend, a skateboarding icon. Land of the 900. Guy's a beast. Owns the company Birdhouse. Him and Eric seem to be acquainted pretty well. They actually have done a few events together, not just Eric's show, but they've done Facebook live streams and a couple other little things as well. Not to mention, Eric has actually received a guest pro model from Tony's company, Birdhouse. Pretty rare thing. He's one of the rare few non-pro skateboarders to receive a Birdhouse pro model. The only other person who I can think of who has received a Birdhouse pro model is actually our last cameo appearance, and that is Tom Green. Tom Green, without him, we probably wouldn't have the Eric on this show. Eric himself has attributed Tom as a major inspiration in the show. He grew up watching him. Without people like Tom Green, there would probably be no Eric Andre show. It would at least take a very different form. It wouldn't be what it is today. Tom Green has done so many great things, accomplished so many, inspired so many. The Tony Hawk Pro model is beautiful. Tom was touring before COVID. He was all over the place, as was Eric. Tom's YouTube channel is actually alive and well right now. He's actually started touring. He's got a dog, and he's traveling not exactly touring, but he's traveling, making his YouTube videos. He's got his home studio. I think that's in California. But it's good to see Tom is doing well. There are theories that he's the inspiration behind Jackass. There are things he did, 5 years before the Jackass guys did. Tom Green's a legend. He's still pumping out hot content to this day. He's not as hardcore anymore, but he's still Tom Green, and you gotta love him. Tom Green has paved the way for generations of weirdos. Action Bronson, amazing references, just obscure strongman references for days. LA Beast, he's one of the originals, one of the kings. He's out there just doing his thing for years on YouTube, eating anything he can get his hands on. Tony Hawk, he's still skating. The guy's like 700 years old, and he shreds. Chris Rock, fucking legend, icon, king of comedy, one might say. So yeah, these are the reasons why these people made it to my top 5 Eric Andre cameos. It's cool he got them on the show. It's happy to see them. I've actually just, in the process of making this video, ordered a replica of the Tom Green Pro model, because the actual Tom Green Pro model is like $300 to $600, and I can't afford it. The Eric Andre Pro model, however, ideally I will be purchasing that. One of you may beat me to it. You might see this video and say, I want to fuck that guy over. It's worth $150 to me to fuck that guy over. I'm going to do it. And if that's the case, more power to you. But if not, within the next few months, I might purchase the Eric Andre Pro model, and make a video on that, or not make a video on it, but just kind of show it on video, because I haven't been able to find any video of it. Yeah, and that one, I would order the original. I wouldn't order a replica, because it has risen in price, as the Tom Green one has. The cheapest one I could find of that is a used model, and that used model was, I believe, 300 and something. I'll pop it on the screen. But a little expensive for my blood. I live in a camper, for crying out loud. I'm supposed to spend $600 on a piece of wood. I don't think so. Maybe in the future I'd love to, if I had the money. So that is it, guys. Those are 5 of my favorite Eric Andre cameos. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know. If you didn't, also let me know. If you hate seeing this face on your videos, leave a comment below saying that, and we'll get rid of this guy. He's out of here. I want to thank you all for watching, and as always, thank you for watching my video. Subscribe if you enjoyed it.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.